guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JT and today is Thursday, December 14th, 2018, and you know what that means. Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I was just saying that for dramatic effect. Today's just one regular old Thursday. Oh, I just got the sweetest message on Snapchat, and that we all need affirmation. We all need to be reminded of the reason why we're doing what we're doing. And I just got the sweetest message on Snapchat that said, you get it. I like that everything you do is quality. And I kid you not, I was literally just laying in my bed thinking that, why am I still doing YouTube? Like, why am I even still trying to do this? Why are you still busting your ass? Why are you still trying to brand yourself? Why are you still trying to do all of these things when you're not getting anything in return? People aren't enjoying your content. Well, I feel like people aren't enjoying what I do or what I'm putting out there in the world. But you know, I feel like everybody has that problem. I feel like everybody just has a problem with believing in themselves. And honestly, when I sat down to do this video, I was sitting down to do a Q&A. I had asked you guys on Snapchat and Instagram to send me questions that you wanted to know about me. But now that I'm sitting in front of the camera and I got that message on Snapchat, I think I want to talk about something completely different. I haven't been uploading videos on YouTube consistently for about a month now. And prior, I had always had these thoughts of like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. Maybe I'm just trying to be something that I'm not. My sole focus prior to that was branding myself on Instagram. Like, uploading as much as I could, quality content, quality stuff. I always wanted to make sure every picture that I uploaded was good. Anytime somebody saw my Instagram, they were like, oh my god, he knows what he's doing. He always looks great. He has such a particular eye. He has such a great eye for detail. Because all those things do fit me, but I want other people to know those things about me by looking at the things that I provide. Where it be Instagram, where it be YouTube, where it be while I'm at work, while I'm just walking down the street. It doesn't matter. I just always wanted people to appreciate my art, the things that I do, and I always have to remind myself that you're not doing this for them, you're doing it for yourself. You may be sitting wherever you are right now and be thinking like, why are you still doing this? Why are you still trying to pursue a career in something? Why are you still trying to do this? Why are you still trying to do that? It's because that you have a passion for it. And funny enough, I was watching a video by Hey Morgan. Hey Morgan. She is a YouTuber and I recently stumbled across her channel and she is really inspirational. And she was doing a TED Talk and she was basically saying that when you have a love for something and you have a passion for something, it's like she was explaining the difference between loving something and having a passion for it. When you have a passion for something, you have a drive, you have something in you that puts 2 feet on the ground and makes you go do it. That's what sets you apart from being in love with something, because love is just a feeling, but when you have passion for something, you're actually going to put forth the effort to put in work. And I have to remind myself that all the time, because I have a hard time with believing in myself, and I know that I'm not the only person that goes through this, but I feel like I do so more than anyone else, which is probably the wrong thing to say, but I have those thoughts where like I just don't think that I'm good enough, or I think that it's even worth me putting in the time and effort to do something. And I've learned that to believe in myself, I have to literally talk to myself. I have to sit there and I have to say, listen, okay, JT, if you want this, you're gonna have to work for it. Everything doesn't come easy to everybody. Some people can wake up and have everything that they want for them. But you might have to work for something. We all have to work for something. Everything isn't going to come easy. Everything isn't going to grow overnight. You just have to be patient and trust the process. I know that everybody has been seeing this all over in like plaster everywhere and people have been saying it, but it's the truth. You have to trust the process because you don't know what God has planned for you. You may have an idea in your head that you are going to do so and so, or this is going to happen when, but you just have to sit back, be patient, and trust the process. Nothing is guaranteed and nothing is promised. You just have to live day by day, live in the present, and stop thinking about the future, and just trust the process, because if you put in the work, and if you're consistent, and if you're patient, all of those things are going to fall into place. So, funny enough, I didn't sit down to do this. I didn't sit down to talk about this today, which is really odd. Maybe that's just God's way of talking to me while I talk to you. But like I said, I sat down to do a quick Q&A. I can't talk. A Q&A with you guys. I asked you guys to send me some questions on Snapchat and Instagram. I got quite a few, but listen, some of them I'm not really at liberty to discuss, and some of them I'm not really but some of them I don't really mind sharing. So without further ado, let's jump into this Q&A. Okay, the first question comes from Instagram. And the question is, do you have a booty buddy? That's none of your business. I don't have a booty buddy, but I'm in search of one. So if you know anybody that's willing and able, hit me up. The next question comes from Snapchat. And I realized this, like, when you have your Snapchat on public, anybody can see your snaps. And I don't really know who this person is, but the question is, how do you feel about Chris and Aaron not being friends anymore? Listen, sis, or sir, quite honestly, Aaron, Chris, and we were all really good friends. We all hung out all the time. We did stuff together. We did stuff for each other. Of course, Chris and Aaron were closer than I and Chris, and I and Aaron were close. But I and Aaron have a longer relationship than I and Chris. Chris and I should say. But we were all friends. We were all close. And it is really sad to see them not be close anymore. And then, like, me knowing what I know, it's like really upsetting and sad, because I know what Aaron went through. So I feel for my friend, but at the end of the day, it's like really sad, because we all had something very special, and to see that not be a reality anymore is really sad. But you know, life happens, you move on, people grow, and it just is what it is. But yeah, sorry, my camera died mid sentence, so I have no idea what the last thing I was saying. But everything happens for a reason. I don't feel, other than that, I don't really feel any type of way. Aaron's good, I'm good, we good, so it's like, that's really all that matters to me at this point. The next question comes from Instagram, and the question is, what is the most embarrassing moment in life that you've had in life? And I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. Let me just say this. There was this incident in high school. There was this incident with me and my mom. There were 2 incidents in high school. I don't know the most embarrassing moment in life. The most embarrassing moment in life would be when I was in high school. I was in an AP history class, and listen, this was high school, and your boy just didn't study for a test this one time. And with, I don't know if you all know, but with AP tests, you have a multiple choice section, and you have a essay portion of the test that you have to write. And your boy didn't study, and he was not prepared, and I said that I was gonna cheat on this test. Let's just say that didn't go too well, because I got caught. And the teacher came up to me and was like, in front of the entire class, everybody was turning in their test, and people were still taking their test, and he called me out on it. Like, he said it while the class was in session, and he like took my test and ripped it up. That might be one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, because I think everybody has cheated on a test once or twice, but nobody has got, like, you don't get caught cheating. You don't get caught cheating on your test. The number one rule is don't get caught, and my ass got caught in front of the entire class, which was really embarrassing. I would never forget that. I'll never forget it. The next question comes from Snapchat, and this question is, what are you most afraid of? And I kind of said this in the beginning of the video, but what I'm most afraid of at this very moment is not being good enough. I fear that no matter what I do, I'm going to always be less than, and I always fear that I have to work twice as hard. But you should always feel like that, but you shouldn't feel that way out of fear. You should feel that way because you want to be the best. I feel that way because I don't think I'll ever be good enough for anything. Like I said, you just have to continue to work through that. You have to continue to push. I feel like we're all insecure about a lot of things, but you have to continue to remind yourself that you are that bitch. Like He Flawless says, you are that bitch. If you don't think that you are that bitch, I'm here to remind you that you are that bitch. And that's true. Like, you have to remind yourself every day. Look in the mirror, write it down, whatever you have to do. Remind yourself that you are worthy and that you are great, because you are. Like, don't talk yourself out of doing stuff, because ultimately you are your worst enemy, and you can't put yourself down, because you'll never get anywhere doing that. Also, another question from Snapchat, and it says, what are your goals for 2018? And listen, I have quite a few, but 2018, I have goals of graduating. I don't even know if that's a goal anymore, because that's happening. But that's going to be one of the things that I check off my list. I'm graduating May 5th, 2018 with a Bachelor's of Science in journalism and fashion merchandising. Hallelujah, praise God. Yes, and those are all the questions that I have for today. Those are the only ones that I really had time for, because I don't want this video to be long, and my little rant at the beginning of this video was unexpected and not planned for. I may do a part 2 of this Q&A. I have some more. They're in my notes, so if your question didn't get answered, don't worry, it might get answered in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you have a problem with self-doubt, and tell me how you get through, because that also might help me, or it might help somebody else that's watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.